Oh my God.
Oh my God.
I must say, it shot really, really, really well.
What is going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Ryan Meyer's Expeditions. We have something so cool for you guys today.
It's more than just me.
It's more than just Justin Lee. Guys, I've done it. I have finally made my own spear gun. I've been wanting to do this forever. I've been wanting to kind of come up with, you know, the perfect combination of a couple different guns that I'm always using. Like, I like that aspect of this gun, I like that aspect of this gun, but I wanted to just put them all together in one gun. So I did that for you. And guys, today's gonna be my second time taking in the water. I'm gonna show you that footage from the first day, but first, I'm gonna show—
It's gonna be the first time it's in a real spearfisherman's hand.
Are you gonna shoot my gun today?
I'll shoot your gun today.
Guys, this is Justin's first look at the gun. I've got it hidden, I got it covered up, wrapped up in a towel. Bro,
I'm excited.
Check it out.
But this is dope.
Right?
Yeah, I like the sleek design.
Sleek.
Super, super sleek.
Just enough wings to get you some buoyancy.
Your shaft needs some help, but...
The shaft is not gonna be the shaft we're gonna use, but I couldn't afford to go down to Pops and get a shaft.
It feels good.
Right?
It feels really good.
Super high up in the handle, really grabs your hand there.
Yeah.
So what we got is we got the Hermes reverse double roller.
Yeah.
So that mech is gonna give you more band stretch. We're gonna lay it up next to yours. But
it feels nice though. It does. It feels really, really nice.
The other thing we really wanted to do on this thing was make something that could support a proper reel. So there's nothing I hate more than like a toy reel. Like the reel is so important to our spearfishing. We shoot a fish, the line rips out, we swim up 100 feet from it. We need that. We need that proper reel, which so many of the reels that we get in, you know, more of our European style guns are just, they're not made to fight a fish. They're made to like get a little bit of line coming out. Look at that. That is what ceramic bearings do. So that was another one of the aspects that like was required on my gun. I was like, has to have ceramic bearings, has to have a reverse mech, has to be able to float a proper reel, and then has to be balanced perfectly in the water. And to do that, we've got to really standardize our system. So what I'm trying to do here is make a standard system for a spear gun that we don't change the shaft size, we don't change the band length, we don't change what reel is on it, because every time you change one of those things, you've changed the buoyancy of the gun.
What is F and L?
F and L is fire and lock. Fire and lock.
Ah, fire and lock.
So this is gonna be
like R and S.
This is gonna be like our initial mech that we just got, but we're making our own right now. I mean, if we like this, if we like this system and we like this setup, we're gonna keep going with it and keep evolving this gun. But oh, we shot it.
I pulled the trigger.
So another aspect I had to have was when you take that gun, when you take that shaft and you put it back into the mech, it's got to be slammed.
Yeah, you can't pull the trigger.
It cannot be any kind of dingle dangle with this thing or all that. I hate that. The other aspect I had to have was it had to accept Dyneema into the mechanism. So I hate it when you have to connect it up here, because then it's a whole nother step to bring it back through the fish.
Yeah.
What do we think?
It feels nice. It really, really does. I can't wait to see how it is in the water. You know, and I have my baby.
We're gonna find out.
My very much abused baby, but you know, so it'll be interesting to see. This is bigger than my baby.
We're gonna line them up right now, actually, and we're gonna measure the most important part of a spear gun, which is band stretch. It's not the size of the gun, but it's actually the effective stretch that you can create with your rubber. So we got Justin's baby here, and we're gonna compare them a little bit. So they are actually overall the exact same length, right? Identical. That's it.
Wow, that's pretty close.
Right? Because you got, mine's a centimeter longer. If you look at, it's a centimeter longer from there to there. From roller to roller, this would be...
You've got more band stretch.
More band stretch.
By like a centimeter more band stretch.
See that? So a little bit bigger, but we're gonna measure these out. What my size is gonna be on this gun is gonna be the RMX 111. So that's gonna be 111 centimeter barrel length. And we measure that out next to my Rob Allen, which you guys know I love. I shoot that thing all the time. So my Rob Allen 120 has the exact same band stretch as the 111 centimeter barrel that I'm gonna use on this gun. So we'll be able to measure all that out. We're gonna take all these in the pool and we're gonna show you guys Justin's gun against my Rob Allen, against this new gun. We're gonna show you all that later, but for now we're gonna go out and we're gonna kill some fish with this thing. So this footage here is actually from the night before. I was so excited that I just could not wait. I had to go out here and I had to fire this thing at some stuff and see what would happen. And
this is my second edition. So this is the second prototype now. I think you saw that first one in some of the last couple of videos. I didn't really talk about it that much because it was still like super in development. But now I'm getting a lot closer to something that I want to use forever, hopefully. So I couldn't wait. I took it out. This is another local spot that I kind of went to go and shoot this thing. And I get out here, I get to the bottom, I'm doing like what I normally do. You see all this life everywhere. I didn't grunt on this dive. You know, the dusting and the grunting, I think people kind of take out of context and do a lot more than maybe I do. But it's not really always necessary. A lot of times you just go down to the bottom and you be as calm as you possibly can, and stuff will just kind of appear. Like this Moana Kali right here, and we're stoked to drill this thing with that new gun. Developing this thing has been an absolute blast, and I'm truly shocked at kind of how easy it was. You know, I've kind of proved, right now I'm kind of at the point where like I've proved my concept, I kind of know what I'm looking for and all the things, and now we're moving into, you know, building those molds and really making it our own. And solving a lot of those little problems that like I've always felt with a gun. Like every time I have a gun, I'm like, yeah, I can kill stuff with this. It's cool, like whatever, but like I don't love it. I'm not obsessed with every aspect of it. And I'm not gonna stop with this thing until that's how I feel. I'm not gonna sell this gun until I feel like every little piece of it that I could make perfect is, and that's the goal. And this is you guys are watching the first steps right here, and this uku right here is the first uku I shot with it. It's just a baby, but again, I'm trying to shoot as much as I can, and sniper shot on a small fish, and it did it. So a lot of times when I'm out there diving, I'm kind of like in different modes. You know, I'm in the either like shoot everything that, you know, roys and oluas and whatever, because I wanna shoot stuff or I want meat, or I'm a lot more conservative and I'm trophy hunting or whatever. But with this gun, I'm in shoot whatever I see. I mean, I'll always eat it. There's plenty of people to give it to and to eat and whatever. So I get down here to the bottom. This time I did do those grunts. You can hear that real aggressive grunt, and that's gonna be important for what appears, because certain things are really attracted to those grunts, and one of those is the trevallies or the olua, and you'll see him here. I'll spot him on one of these turns, and then I'll immediately do a couple more grunts to call him right into my position. So I spotted him, I did those couple grunts. You can see him at the bottom left-hand corner coming around that corner. He's gonna dive right down here and just basically run right into my spear. Penetration testing this thing. This is only a 7mm shaft, but it did the job perfectly. So I had those couple fish, and I think they were even still in the cooler from the day before. I finished at like sunset, drove over here to Justin's and went diving with him again on the Hamakua coast that next day. And immediately I'm like, bro, take this gun, see what you like, see how it feels in the water, and see, give it a good honest assessment. So I'm following him down, and he's checking out one of these little Alua caves that we check all the time. We love this little hole, and you'll see hides along that bottom, along the edge of that rock as he comes down, real nice and slow and beautiful. He looks freaking incredible in the water. Every time I see him, I'm impressed. But he kind of goes after this moo that doesn't really want to come within range, pulls himself, lunges, and misses. And I'm like, bro, you're not supposed to miss like at the beginning with my gun. Like shoot a roy 2 feet away so that you can hit it, so that you can really see how this thing performs. But oh well, no big deal. I took it back from him. I'm like, okay, let's go actually shoot some fish. So I'm here now on the bottom again, and I think Justin had a thing with he had some kind of thing he needed a bunch of moo for. I think he was doing something to the Four Seasons or something. So every moo was gonna die today. And this first one is coming in, you can see him there. This is very characteristic of that Hamakua coast, where there's a lot of these like 2-3 pounders that are just always around. They're always in your face. Depending on how hungry I am, or if I need fish, or if Justin wants fish, I'll either shoot them or I'll wait for something better to come along. But again, Justin was looking for those moo, and I am in like a let me shoot fish mode, because I really want to test this gun and put some shafts through it and see how this trigger is. Beautiful little white tip shark cruising along, totally harmless, but always cool to see any kind of wildlife out there on the bottom. You can see how that mood tracked completely across the screen now, kind of doing a loop around me, looking around, and I'm gonna try and see if I can get a little bit closer, and then I'm gonna do that little bit of a lunge. I got a left hand spot there so I can get a nice position and I can pull myself forward and get a nice little lunge to close that gap and drill this fish. And guys, I've said it, I can't keep saying it enough. I love this thing and I'm so stoked on this new gun. So the visibility wasn't that great today, and anytime we're outside of that lake, I can see the bottom visibility. It's a little questionable. You gotta be extra careful. You really gotta, we dive according to the visibility. So Justin went down, drilled a big fish. I saw kind of the edge of it, and then I saw this fish spiraling down there, and I'm like, okay, cool. Like, we had a third guy on the top, so Justin's safe. So I immediately dove to see if I could put a second shaft in this big, beautiful uku and secure it. And I'm on my way down, and like this happens every now and then where we spine a fish and we have to watch it like spiral away, and it's like it's the worst situation ever. It's miserable, and very rarely does it actually work out for you. So I dove down and I'm like, wow, it's gonna work. I can see it. And then as I got close, it went into this hole. Like, it literally just disappeared into that hole right there, and I was like, oh my god, I'm never gonna see this thing again. Popped out another hole, went back into another hole, and then spit back out this other side, and I was like, oh my god, I need to shoot this thing right now. If I don't get it right now, we're never gonna see it again. But managed to secure this thing. It was pretty hilarious, but always stoked when this situation works out.
Bro, we're down there and I'm like, oh, we got this. No problem. I'm stowing this thing. And then it goes into a hole and disappears. And I was like, what the just happened? And then he popped out the other side, luckily, but I was like, oh my god, I just it up. That was a nice fish.
So one last cool dive from me. I actually got a really sick kumu on this dive. I love that aspect of diving that Hamakua coast where you see some of these kind of things that you just don't necessarily see over on the Kona side. So anytime I see a kumu, it's coming home with me. But again, my priority this day was like, I need to shoot stuff because I gotta play with this gun. This is, again, just the second prototype that we're working on. And the goal is to fire this thing a lot, to test that trigger mech, to see if this is gonna be our end trigger mech, to see how that roller muzzle is gonna hold up, in these rough conditions. I'm not looking for that European style, like, fragile toy gun. I want more that Australian, that South African, where I want to throw this thing up on the rock when I'm coming up to get out of the water. I don't want to have to worry about this thing breaking. I'm really looking for something that's going to survive my life, my style of hunting. So for me, that means a whole lot of prototype, a whole lot of testing and prototyping until I get something that I love. But you can see those couple grunts I did earlier in the dive brought this kumu out from whatever little cave he was hiding in. Gets close enough, and I make sure, not hitting a rock, drill this thing, and absolutely stoked to stick this kumu. Sick dive there, guys. Managed to test out that new gun. I'm honestly very, very impressed. It definitely needs a little bit of tweaks. I'm not sure if we're gonna stick with this 7mm shaft.
It actually, I must say, it shot really, really, really well.
It's sweet, right?
Yeah,
Not that you made it.
Definitely shot well. It's, I think you can go a little tighter, a little bigger on the band.
Absolutely.
So that you can shoot a little further.
Yeah.
Because it was kind of easy to load, but I mean, you don't have to shoot further.
I'm debating the double wrap. Like,
Yeah,
this thing warrants a double wrap, doesn't it?
I think with the double wrap, I would have got that first move I shot.
Yeah, I shot it.
I mean, it stopped like maybe 5 inches short of.
I'm impressed, and honestly, this is something that
No recoil, smooth, fast. It was
the only way to really
and really,
figure
really
this
well
out
balanced.
is gonna be in the pool. And that's one thing that like I've never really done, and I've never really tested everything side by side. And that's finally, I feel like I have the motivation to really like put a 7 mil shaft next to a 7.5, next to an 8, and really see how it performs. So we're gonna take you guys through that whole process, through that whole journey. I'm gonna take these things in the pool, we're gonna bring out everybody's guns, I'm gonna set the Pathos next to the Aimrite, next to the Robal, and next to the new one. So we'll see you there. But for now, take these home, fish home to Sam. Justin got an unbelievable uku, which you're welcome.
I don't know why he says unbelievable.
Bro, that's a special fish.
No, it is.
That was cool.
Ryan did save the day. I shot him from kind of a far shot, and as soon as I shot, he turned, and I hit him kind of far back, and I spined him, but my shaft couldn't go through like 12 inches of fish on the shaft, and so he.
So I know I saw what happened, and I was down, and I'm like, oh, gravy, like I got this thing. Like he's doing the spiral of death, but I got plenty of time, you know. It was an easy dive, and then he goes into a hole, and I was like, oh my God, I screwed up. Like it was fairly deep. That was like 85, 90 feet. I didn't think I was gonna see him again, but check that out.
Yeah, stoked.
Fish of the day. Yeah. Nice. Well guys, stoked. I'm gonna take these fish home and we'll see you back home with Sam. So I gave that moo and that kumu to Justin. I don't know what he's gonna do with that, but I already had some fish. So I'm gonna take that Ulua and I'm gonna cut it up and I'm gonna put it on a brine and I'm gonna smoke that like tomorrow. But tonight, Sam is gonna try a brand new recipe. She's gonna make snapper bites, buffalo snapper bites, something she had at a restaurant sometime in Florida, one of her favorite restaurants. So we're gonna attempt to recreate that here tonight with that little uku that I shot the other day. And I might fillet up this Moana Kali too, as much as that hurts my soul to fillet one and not steam it whole, but we're gonna see how much meat I get off that uku first.
Oh my God, that is the tiniest uku I've ever seen. Is that so legal?
Yeah, 1 pound.
Did
she
you
go?
weigh it?
I don't need to weigh it. You're a tournament diver. How many grams is that?
That's a lot of grams.
Right? It's a lot of grams.
Okay.
I think in grams now. Everything's in grams.
I've never seen an uku smaller than a Moana Kali, and
that's because that's a giant Moana Kali.
when I asked for an uku, I wanted something that I could actually fillet and turn into bites. Not this.
What do you think though? I think we get enough niblets. I think we get enough bites off just this one.
You want both?
You want both?
Yeah.
She wants both.
I mean, we talked about that.
We did?
What else do you want to do with this?
Steam her up tomorrow.
Okay. Yeah, we could just have an uku snack, I guess.
A uku snack? Let me fillet it and we'll see what we get off.
Okay, sounds good.
Okay, what are you making?
I am making snapper bites. So at this restaurant in Miami, we have this amazing, it's basically just buffalo fried fish. But think chicken wings with no bones, but fish.
So I'm gonna fillet up this little thing. We're gonna see how much meat on it. We're gonna attempt to keep the cats away. Elizabeth, away from the fish. And Samagram's gonna go make that sauce. Get her out of here. Get out of here.
For our breading, I just did a little bit of garlic and cayenne pepper with some flowers, and now we're just gonna toss the fish in it. Really light little breading. Yeah, just a light little.
No battery, nothing.
I guess not, at least that's not what I'm doing for this one. We'll see. We'll see. I may change this. It's an experiment.
I'm not convinced. We shall see. Oh my gosh. Do you need a place to put these?
Yeah.
Did we think of that ahead of time?
No.
Looking good to me.
Golden nuggets.
I'm telling you, I can tell already this recipe is gonna evolve into like a really epic crust, and then it's gonna be like straight up like a fried chicken buffalo bite.
Should I yank them?
Up to you.
How is that?
This makes me really nervous.
Right? Like pouring this on top of like perfectly good golden nuggets?
Yep.
Or should we do half?
Yeah, I'm just gonna try and go like really slow with my thing.
Would you say this is a healthy meal?
I mean, I would just not think too much about the amount of butter in it.
It needs to be shaken. It needs to be shook. How do we shake it?
Here we go. Now you're one chef.
I need lighter bowls. I would say it doesn't even need more. What do you think?
I think that is probably plenty of butter on top of our perfect healthful fish.
Wow.
Perfect. Okay, eat one. Go!
I already snuck a taste and it was so good.
Not of the fish.
Of the fish, but not with the buffalo sauce.
Did we do it?
Oh my god!
Did we create another Chick-fil-A?
It's really good.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm. Try it.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. This is Yuku.
I don't know which one I had.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Guys, this is Chick-fil-A. This is Chick-fil-A status of how good this is. Like, it tastes just like a buffalo chicken boneless wing or something that you should have at the bar. Oh my god.
I'm a ranch queen.
You gonna ruin it with some ranch?
I love ranch. Wow.
It's ridiculous,
I'm so happy.
right? Okay, but is it like you had it at the restaurant? At your restaurant spillover?
It is incredibly similar. I want to go back there just to do like, you know.
I'm gonna call them tomorrow, tell them who you
totally
are,
call them.
and we want your actual recipe.
I want the actual recipe.
Guys, so incredibly stoked on that new gun, on this new recipe, on just life. Thrilled. Thank you guys so much for coming along and watching with us, and we'll see you next time right here on Ryan Meyer's Expeditions.
I can't stop eating it.